No risk, no story. It's something that I have had on my phone wallpaper for a while now, and it never really truly hit me until today. So I'm not gonna say exactly what, but today I faced a fear. And before I faced this fear, I sat with myself. And I sat right outside of where I was just about to go into to face my fear. And I sat in my car and I contemplated and I asked myself, are you willing to take this risk? What comes along with this risk? And in asking myself those things, I realized that I was being a bitch. And I immediately told myself, stop asking yourself this. You either have a split-second decision, depending on what action you take, depending on how you move your arm to the left, right, or if you turn your head to the left or the right, any minuscule action that you take in the next 3 seconds will dictate what you do, and you have to stick with that decision. And the one thing I told myself was, you're really sitting here trying to convince yourself of any way out of this, when the only way out sometimes in life is through. Sometimes in life, we are scared to just jump into things. We are scared to face our fears. Despite my legs literally shaking and forcing me to not face my fears, I faced them anyway, and I stood there in confidence in front of everyone. And not a single person there knew I was scared. But the only person who knew I was scared was me and God. The only two things, the only two people, and honestly, sometimes you can't even count yourself. The only real things that know your true heart are you and God. And sometimes you're not even the best judge of character. Sometimes you're not even the best judge of your own character. Now, was facing this fear in this moment the best possible outcome? Probably not. But in that moment, I was scared. And in that moment, I chose the brave option. And I can promise you, after I walked out of that building and I sat back down in my car, I smiled from ear to ear. I smiled from ear to ear while walking out the door on my way out. They probably saw me through the window smiling, like, what's this weird guy doing? Like, why is he smiling to himself? Like, what? Bro, but it's true. Sometimes you just have to, the only way out, like I said, is through. And when you get through the other side of fear, the peace and clarity is just so rewarding. I truthfully believe that if we as a society just faced our fears and pushed ourselves outside of our comfort zone just a little bit more often. Now, I'm not saying that every single day you gotta walk outside and you gotta skydive or you gotta freaking fight a bear. No, you don't have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions every single day. But putting yourself through that, showing yourself that you can go through that you can make it out alive, and that there is hope on the other side, that is rewarding. That is freeing. And I can guarantee you, when I walked out of that door, I never felt more free. My wings spread so freely, and I felt as if I could fly. Face your fears. Do not be scared. Pray to God and be great.